And I'm live. I'm live. I am live. And let's turn this on. No, 'tis not for kids. And save. Now let's pop out my chat. And let's put it right there. Okay, I am going to use my knitting loom today. So I need to, let's put this stuff away first so it's not in the way. And these over here, along with these. Oh, I was going to share that, but I never did. Oh, well. That's life. Now, which one do I want to use? I have a bag full of knitting looms. Whoops. And I just hit myself in the face with one. I've got round ones and I've got long ones. I think yeah, I'm going to use this one. Just the size to make a scarf with or something of that nature. And, I have just the right stuff. And let's see, I must have put that away. Let's get this over here. Hello, 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 Minister of Music, Terrence. How are you today? I'm doing pretty good, other than being tired. And I don't know why I'm tired. I just am. And God bless you also. I'm going to yep. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. So let's get this on the loom. And that first one is always the hardest one to do. But, and I don't have, this is not about me. This is about using the knitting loom. So I'm going to put the camera down there. And this is not the only way to cast on. There are several ways, but this is the only one that isn't too loose or and what is the is the cast on, unless it's one that I know, and that's why I'm doing this one. And I'm going to go all the way around for this scarf. It's going to be a wide one, I know, but that is okay. This yarn I was going to use on something else. My chat was disconnected. That's why. There we go. There we go. I went closer to my router and well, this one is not working right. Okay, let's do that. And I will just use that unless I go over here and reload, 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 manage, manage. Okay, there we are. There we are. We are up and running again. I am making a scarf. I started doing the cast on when my internet started having troubles. So I had to get closer to my router. So now I'm popping the chat out again so that I can see what you say. And welcome in to all of you. I missed a bunch of you. So welcome in. And I am glad you are here. I am going to put this down on what I'm doing instead of on me. You don't need to see me. This is going to be probably a wide scarf, but you know, I'd rather have it wide than not wide enough. And I forgot to bring my Loom pick with me in here. So I'm going to have to go and get it real quick in a minute. Or two. And I forgot that this is the yarn that likes to twist itself up. I will be right back. I'm going to get my my loom pick. It's supposed to be in here. It's not. Okay, I'm back. I had to find my good loom pick, the one I like the most. And I found it. Okay, now I'm going to go back the other way. So let's go back the other way. We're going to go back and forth on this. And I am just going to use the knit stitch. All the way around. And the U stitch, let me show it to you this way. The U knit stitch is pretty easy. You just put it like this and bring it over like this and bring the one underneath over and bring it over and bring it over, and you keep going till you get to the end, and then you reverse your way of going and go the other way around the loom. I don't know if y'all can see what I'm doing because my hands keep getting in the way, but it's actually pretty easy to learn how to do this. You just buy a loom and it comes with instructions on how to do it. And that's pretty much where I started and how I learned to loom knit. Now, this is where we're going to go the other direction. Okay, you can see my hands. Should you have that nailed down so it doesn't? No. It's easier for me if it's not nailed down. I usually do this on my lap. This cast on, I'm not sure. It's not stretchier. It's a tighter cast on, and that's why I like it. Yeah. So then we turn around and go back the other way after we push everything down a bit. And usually I have it facing me instead of facing the camera. So that's why it's moving around a lot more. I do the U-stitch, but there's also the E-wrap. This is the U-wrap. The E-wrap, you take and wind it around like that, all the way around. But it's too loose a stitch for me, so I use the U-wrap. But this is how the stitch I use is done. And I love this particular set of looms that I have because it has the pegs on either side, so you can use it like I'm using it now and go all the way around. All the way around. I mean, this could be something like, if it were maybe a little bigger, this could be a cowl that I'm making. But I mean, if this were going to be a cowl, it would be for a child. Because it would be too small for a person of my size. And I usually don't have this much trouble with the loom going all over the place. I'm just not used to doing it on a table. I usually do it in my lap. So let me check the, let's see. Oh, hello, all of you. Katrina, Ravindra, Mukbangs. Welcome in. And you all are saying hi to each other. I'm sorry I missed your live yesterday. I missed Froggy's. Okay. Well, welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Okay. Now let's push down, and now we're going back the other way. This is how you do a flat panel. A flat panel. Sometimes it's too tight and you have troubles getting the bottom one over. But most of the time, it works pretty good. Most of the time, and I didn't get all of the, there we go. And this is the knit stitch. The U-wrap knit stitch. this is the stitch that I like the best because it gives me just the right amount of tightness. Just the right amount of tightness. And we're almost halfway around again. Almost halfway around. This kind of knitting was a lot easier for me to learn than needle knitting. So it's still knitting, but because of the way it's done, you can't just use a regular knitting pattern on the loom, because your knits and purls would be incorrect, because when on needles you turn your work, it's almost like you're doing a purl on the front. And that's why if they want it to be all knit, they have you do knit going one way and purl going the other way. But on here, if you want all knit, all you have to do is knit. You don't have to purl if you want just a plain knit stitch. Oh, hey, Wolf. Let's see. Hey, Sister Julie. Hey, brother. Just saying hi to everybody. Been going to bed at 5 and waking up at noon. Oh, 5 a.m. Okay. 5 a.m. So now I'm turning and going the other way. And that's pretty much how this is done. And I bet if any of you wanted to do any kind of yarn art or fiber art, this one right here would be the easiest to learn. The easiest to learn. And I think I got my stitches too tight there. Too tight. Too tight. Something I do a lot of because I just am normally do my stitches tight. And I'm not sure why. I just do. I like my stitches to be tight. Get some more yarn here. And I want to get enough of this that I can show you what it looks like on the right side. But I don't know. I'm going slower than usual because I'm facing it towards you instead of towards me. And that's probably another reason I'm getting some of my stitches too tight. But I wanted to show you all how this is done. And hopefully Dana will come in and watch on the replay if she's not already. I don't usually have this hard a time getting it over the peg. Okay, so I am going to face it towards me so that I can just work on it now and be able to see the chat. And make it so it's not quite so tight on some of these stitches. But with it on my lap, I can go faster, even though I'm going in the left-handed direction. Which is what one of the directions is, left-handed and right-handed. I usually work best going from right to left. And right now, I mean left to right. Right now I'm going from right to left. And it's not as easy for me, but it's not awkward like it used to be. It used to be quite awkward. You're uploading your prayer stream for today. Do you do one of those every day? I need to see, it's coming out. There's not much there, but you can tell it's knitting. Okay, you do. Okay. That's cool. That's cool. Now I'm going back the other way. And it's my way that I normally go if I'm going in the round. I have some round looms that I do that with. And actually with any loom, you can do the back and forth stuff. I just chose this size because it was my smallest loom. And I can just go back and forth. Your sweater is gorgeous. Thank you. I made it. It's I used the measurements from a pattern that I had, but it's my my stitches and everything. I chose what to use, what stitches to use, etc. So, and welcome in, Noni May. Nice to see you. Some of these stitches are really tight. And I don't remember making them that tight. This one's going to be tight. There we go. So, what is everybody working on these days? I am making a scarf on a knitting loom right now. And Zach is uploading a video. Maybe it's the yarn I'm using. It's a roving yarn. Maybe it's not the best yarn for Noni May is working on a corner-to-corner prayer shawl. I was hoping to be finished with before the new year came. Oh boy. Well, you'll get it finished. Maybe not before the new year, but you will. You will. Let's see if using this on the table will help any. Shoosh. You know, I am kind of hot. So I think I'm going to get rid of my sweater. I have a shirt on underneath. So, oh, that's much better. Getting your Christmas decorations down. Yeah. That's something we all got to do. I already did. Do that. Man, it's tight, tight, tight. And I don't know how it gets so tight. I think it's the yarn I'm using. be honest, so I'm going to have to do this a little different so I can use the peg as leverage to get the thing over. I took mine down before New Year's, which I usually take it down after, but this year it came down before. Yeah, I think it was New Year's weekend I took mine down. The weekend after New Year's. And hello, Shonda. Nice to see you. Welcome in. And Mama Jade. And Wolf. Let's see, Julie, some say turning it upside down and flipping the stitches might be easier. Or maybe your U-stitches are too tight. I don't know, because I've never had problems with the U-stitch before. So, I don't know. I think I found a way to do it that is not going to ruin my loom pick, and I can get it over. I'm kind of pulling it up like this and going over the center of the peg. And it seems to be working, which is good. Yeah, it's working. It's working. I like the loom I'm using because the pegs are attached. They're not removable. And I like it that way. Let's see. Everybody's saying hi to each other. Okay. All right. And up and over. Up and over. Yeah. And it's going faster this way. Hey, Katrina's Crochet, says Wolf. Are you, Shonda, are you working on anything? Anything crochet? No, I'm not right now. Okay. That's all right. not everybody has to be working. I made a mug rug earlier. What is a mug rug? Is it kind of like a coaster? It's just to sit your drink on. Okay. All right, to keep it from staining the table. Okay. I totally understand now. Oh, nice, uniquely. What type of yarn do you use for rugs? I have never made one and would love to try it. You used cotton. Okay. Yep. Actually, for something like that, it's probably best to use cotton because that would make sense to use cotton. So if you use it for the kitchen or bathroom and you can wash it and all that. I think she was talking about a coaster type thing and not something that's put on the floor. Yep, I like cotton. My fave cotton is, I love this cotton from Hobby Lobby. I do like that. I have not found another soft cotton that I like aside from that one. The I love this cotton from Hobby Lobbies is really good. Wonderful, wonderful stuff. Yeah, we don't have that here in Oh, okay. Hello, Kelly. Nice to see you. Welcome in, welcome in. What am I making? This is going to be a scarf. And I am loom knitting with the regular loom and not a machine. Yeah. And I'm using just the knit stitch. And then I will crochet a border around it. That's always how I do it. Although there are other ways of doing it. Okay. I am getting around a little faster than I was, so that's good. Oops. This is, I forgot that I had see. Hey there, everyone in the chat. Yeah, that's a good way of doing it. Then you don't have to keep writing names. Don't know who that was. Some guy selling something, I guess. Oh, somebody knocked on your door or rang your doorbell or something? Uggy buggy. Let's do this. And I will cut the ends later. There. I like this stuff that is wool. I am using a roving type yarn for this, and it is partly wool. Okay, not, huh? Yep. Sometimes I don't answer the door unless they see me. If they see me sitting in the living room, I have to answer. But I don't always. Yeah, this roving it's kind of like it's a good one to use because it catches on itself and won't come undone very easily, but it also makes your stitches tighter. So, yeah. So, Kelly, are you working on anything special besides the blanket that you all are making? Oops. I made a cool scarf with it too. Cool. I'm just doing a knit stitch back and forth. Nothing cool or anything. Let's see, I have the same type of knitting loom. I like this because the pegs are connected and they won't fall out. Because I have one loom that I can't use until I get a new peg for it, because one fell out and I don't know where. So, yes. I should have used my other yarn and doubled it. It probably would have been easier, because it was when I was making the sweater with my loom that I decided to frog, because I didn't want to make it anymore. Yep. It was taking too long, and I wanted to move on to other things. So I frogged it and moved on. But I was making it with, I was using this roving stuff and then some scarfy stuff. The scarfy is easier to work with than this roving stuff. I don't even remember what kind it is. I just know it's roving. Okay. My hair is getting knitted into this scarf. There. There. And this is what it looks like so far. You can only see that part because it's on the edge where I go around, but that's where I am. And it's going a little faster now that I am pulling up. Julie, my daughter, was in ER till about 4 this morning. Oh no. Is she okay now? I hope so. Prayers going up. Oh, kidney stones. I know what that's like. I've been there, done that twice. No fun. No fun at all. And it is a lot of pain, let me tell you.
I almost hit that.
It is. Hopefully they gave her something for
Oh, I hit that.
the kidney stones I had, though, were, I don't know, they were really close together in time. Your pelvic junction obstruction, they said it feels like stones. Oh. Okay. Well, that's not good. Yeah, it probably does feel like stones. Definitely. Definitely. She has to see a neurologist. Okay. Gave her meds and sent her home. Uh-huh. Yep. That's usually what they do. And tell you to see this doctor or that doctor. Yep. Well, hopefully it gets taken care of real soon. And it's yeah. Go over. Go over. Ooh, that one's going to be tight. Maybe let's do something here. I'm going to take a few stitches out and try something. I tied that pretty tight. Pretty tight. Which means I probably ought to get my scissors to clip it. So I am going to take a couple more stitches out to do this. That way I have enough. Okay, I shall be right back. Okay, first I'm going to do something with my hair. Let's see. Yep, hopefully it's Yeah. Oh, get my hair out of my knitting. So I'm going to put my snood on. So that and there. That was the quick way. Now to get my scissors and correct something. There. Oh. Okay. Twist it a bit. And okay, put that down in there. And see if I can remember how this is done. Or how I want to do it. Yes. Okay. All right. And then you just need to sew it in later. Because you do not want knots in your stuff. And there's already one knot in it that I didn't tie. So, yeah.
We replenish our secret stock. You have not. That's it. I'm going to thank you. I'm going to get tired of this. I'm going to get see stuff she does.
So, yeah. Knots or not to knot? That is the question. Oh my goodness. I can be pretty funny silly here. And let's put that down in there too. And keep going. So, whoa. My yarn almost went tipsy topsy turvy on the floor. Not a good place. Whoa, wait a minute. Yeah, that's the way I'm going, but why did I do that? Oh. Yeah. Okay, I forgot to turn. That's what's wrong. Oh, my. I am a little silly sometimes and don't get it done the right way, even though I think I'm doing it the right way. I would have gone totally around in a circle. Totally around in a circle. Okay, things are working much easier than they were now. And I am getting around this a little bit faster. A little bit faster. Sometimes it just has to do with how you take it over the peg.
I call my coming on me. Oh, really? Who's some scrappy big watcher? Oh, really?
Well,
She was watching a clock. Oh,
oops.
Really?
Don't pull that hard.
Oh, really?
Don't pull that hard. Okay, now go over and down. Okay, now let me see. All right, and then this one needs to go down so that, yeah. And my hair is still all over the place in here. But that's life. That's life when you have long hair. As it gets in everything. It gets in everything. Jesus, name above all names, beautiful Savior, glorious Lord, Emmanuel, God is with us, blessed Redeemer, living Word. The steadfast love of the Lord never ceases. His mercies never come to an end. They are new every morning, new every morning. Great is thy faithfulness, O Lord. Great is thy faithfulness. Steadfast love of the Lord never ceases. His mercies never come to an end. They are new every morning, new every morning. Great is thy faithfulness, O Lord. great is thy faithfulness. Jesus, 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 let all heaven and earth proclaim. Kings and kingdoms will all wash away. There's just something about that name. Jesus, 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 let all heaven and earth proclaim. Kings and kingdoms will all wash away. There's just something about that name. I love you, Lord, and I lift my voice to worship you. Oh, my soul, rejoice. I am making a scarf. It's going to be knit, and it's going back and forth on the loom. And I am using a roving yarn. And actually, it is working so much better than it was working when I was trying to make a sweater with it. So much better. Definitely. Yeah. And welcome in, Angela. Thank you for coming in. Y'all don't forget to click on the thumbs up. And if you're not already subscribed, please click on that red subscribe button and then ring the bell and put it on all so that you can get notified when I'm live or when I upload a video. And I uploaded 2 videos today. I have a knitting board sock loom. I have one too, actually, and I have a sock on it that it's the second of 2 socks, and I was doing a tutorial for it, but I haven't done it. You love knitting hats and scarves. Do you use needles for the hats and scarves? I bet you what I'm doing right now would go faster with needles, but no, the loom and I crochet. Okay. I have just learned recently how to knit with needles. And one of these days, I am going to make another project using the needles. I made a chemo do-rag that is pretty much just like an oversized triangle scarf, but not big enough to use as a shawl or anything. But I made one as a gift for someone. And that was my first needle knitting project. And I haven't done another one yet because I am kind of hooked on crochet and loom knitting. Go figure. Yeah. I'm mostly a loom knitter and a crocheter, but I want to get better at needle knitting. I mean, I just learned, so I can't expect it to happen overnight. I still have to look at the tutorial for casting on. I get so nervous when I tried to needle knit, I think I will leave it alone. Yeah, that's okay. It's not for everyone. Not for everyone. Someone I know gave me like a bag full of yarn that had a set of circular knitting needles in it. And I am bound and determined to learn how to do it because I know it was something that my grandma did. She knitted with needles, and I'm pretty sure she crocheted too. And I just want to carry on what she did. You know, I'm not having the same trouble with this roving yarn that I had before. Because when I was doing it before, it would twist and twist so tight. And it's not doing that this time. Maybe because it's been in another project. And frogged. I don't know. I don't know. Okay. And so, Angela, do you have something you're working on now? either crochet or loom or both. Yes, I am crocheting a shrug using puzzle yarn. I don't think I've heard of puzzle yarn. But it sounds cool. I am making some 12-inch granny squares for a blanket. So that's going to be cool. Oh, Premiere. Okay. I don't really have any of their yarn, but I've seen it, you know, in people's yarn hauls or whatever it is that they call it. I am just half double crocheting it. I like the half double because unlike the double, it's a little closer together and you don't have as much of a gap between stitches. That's one of my favorite stitches is half double. Definitely. Are you using a pattern or is it your own creation? What I'm doing right now is I'm just doing the U-wrap knit stitch back and forth. I may sew it together to make it, you know, so you can't see the back, but I don't know. I don't know yet. Oh, well, mine also plus is quick, no pattern, just a chain and 135 and half double crochet in the back loop. Oh, wow. Back loop. That's a pretty one. I love back loop crocheting. Definitely. Yeah. Sometimes I just start making something and make it up as I go. You know, and then I write a pattern for it. I've only written one so far, but I have things that I need to write patterns for. Definitely. Maybe with this scarf being one of them. Ow. Yeah. So it's a shrug. Are there any like armholes in it, or is it just? Do you make hats on a loom? Yeah, I do. I wanted to use the sock loom to make a hat because the pegs are close together. Do you think that would work? I don't know.
What is that aircraft?
I have never tried it. If you can get the sock loom big enough to make a hat, maybe. But do you have any round looms? And are you making a child size, baby size, man size, or woman size? It'd probably work real good for baby size. Baby or preemie. Yes, you just make a rectangle and sew up the sides. Or if, the sock loom goes around in a circle, you can just do a continuous round circle. That's how I do it. Or, oh, whoops. You're talking about something else. Yes, you just make a rectangle and sew up the sides to make the armhole. Okay. Yeah, the round looms are probably better to use. You may have to use a little bit thicker yarn, but do I have a pattern for my scarf? The one I'm making now? No, I'm just making it. It's all knit stitch, and I'm going to make it long enough and then crochet a border around it. And then yeah, it'll just be the knit stitch. I made it easy because at the beginning of my live here, I was showing people how to do it, how to do the U-wrap knit stitch on the loom, and how I cast on. So yeah, it's just plain knit, U-wrap knit stitch all the way back and forth, but no pattern. You know, a lot of times if I have a pattern, I end up changing a bunch of it to make it my own. So, yeah. Okay. I think since I've been on here an hour and a half already, I need to sign off and say so long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, goodbye, goodbye. Yep, it's time. And I will see you guys later. Night. Oh, it's nighttime where you are. Okay. It's 3:24 in the afternoon here, but yeah. We shall see you all later, and have a wonderful evening. May God bless you, and be good to each other out there. Yeah, 6:30. I will yeah, see y'all later. Good night, or afternoon, or early evening, wherever you are. God bless.